going on, guys? KamikazeKid here, and we are playing a brand new game today called Broken Sword, The Shadow of the Templars. And when I say a brand new game, I mean a really, really old game. But I haven't really seen anybody playing it lately. No one's doing a let's play of it, no one's doing the face cam with it. No one's playing it, and this is a really, really good old game from the PS1 days. I remember this game particularly from years ago, and I thought we'd give it a shot. So let's get into it. It's brilliant.
Paris in the fall, the last months of the year and the end of the millennium. The city holds many memories for me, of cafes, of music, of love, and of death.
Okay, so that was the introduction to the game.
As I picked myself up, all I could hear was the ceaseless drone of traffic. Life went on around me, but the explosion was to change my life forever.
So before I begin this, because obviously this game is I control where this character goes. As you can see, I have a little mouse here, so it's as if it was this game is actually perfect on PC, to be honest with you. But basically, what the idea is this game is there was an explosion in this cafe, and this is how the game begins. We play as a guy called George Stobart, who is a lawyer from America coming over to Paris. That's why the background and the introduction was the Eiffel Tower and a little bird flying. And basically the idea is that this clown seemed to have caused an explosion in the cafe, and although we're not a detective, we decide, okay, we're going to be a detective and try to find out who caused this murderous scene. And this is where the game starts, so just click everything, see what we can learn.
I contemplated crawling under the umbrella and pretending none of this had ever happened.
Good idea. So not only do we have to like kind of click things, but we also have to find things. So you can see here I can pick up like items and use them in my inventory for clues for the killer.
The leading article referred to the visit of a Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state. That was the only news story. The rest was rumor, gossip, and sensationalism. Then I noticed the writing at the foot of the page. It read Salah Eddin, 1345.
Okay. I already clicked that. I thought there was something else nearby. I thought that was pipe. Yeah, so like sometimes you just click things to just kind of learn more about the scene. Like,
I considered straightening the table, but I figured it best not to disturb the evidence.
Okay, so we do have to go in at some point, but before I do, I was almost certain there are things you pick up. I guess it was just a paper. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've looked into this game. Okay, so we just go in because I can't seem to find any other evidence. Well, when we find evidence like this paper, you see, it goes up here in the inventory, and we can use it and question and use it to click and drag on certain people to ask them questions, because it becomes very detective-y as the game goes on. Whoa! So this explosion definitely caused a lot of damage. So this is one of the people who died.
I tried not to meet his stare as I searched the dead man's pockets. No wallet, no papers, no credit cards. The guy's past was a blank page.
I wonder if he was robbed by the clown. I know the clown caused an explosion, but could have been a diversion to, he had intention behind this. Was it to rob the cafe blind, or? There's obviously the girls over there. We'll talk to her now in a second. We also got this beer bottle on the table.
I needed a stiff drink, but I hated the taste of brandy.
It's brandy. Okay.
Oh, my head. Never again. How much vodka did I drink? Oh, no, don't tell me. What is your name, Sherry?
George Stobart, ma'am.
Oh, American.
She asked the question quite innocently,
So
but
she's
I
French,
could sense
maybe.
her reserve. It was something which seemed to afflict all Europeans. You look like you could use a little help.
I could use a little drink. I feel sick, dizzy, and bruised. I don't even remember the party.
Just relax and take it easy. You've been knocked out.
You don't say. What happened?
There's been an explosion. You should try not to move.
Are you a doctor?
No.
No, but I used to play hospitals when I was a kid. Can you remember anything
Oh my
at all?
god. That was
No.
weird. Why say
I
that?
need a drink. Pour me a brandy.
No, I'm not pouring her a brandy because, well, like, she's just been knocked out, and we kind of want to find out more about her and not have her getting drunk and forgetting everything.
You could be in shock. No alcohol.
What about the old man? Is he dead?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Ah, mon Dieu.
Oh my god, she fainted. Let's try to talk to her. Wake her up.
She didn't respond. If I wanted another cappuccino, I'd have to serve myself.
Okay, I guess we just leave. Okay, so we're gonna have to look around to find more information about what exactly happened. Let's try going this way. Talk to the guy over there. Maybe he's seen her. He seems to be pickaxing in the background.
Freeze! Hold it, right there.
Uh-oh.
Don't shoot. I'm innocent. I'm an American.
Can't make up your mind, huh?
I demand to see the American consul.
Drop your weapons and get down on the ground.
Put that thing away, Sergeant Moo. I apologize, monsieur, but I cannot permit you to leave.
Am I under arrest?
Ah, no, I would simply like to ask you some questions.
Do they take
En
the
avant, to the café, marche.
Well, I was at the scene. It makes sense to interview me. See what happens
What
now.
a mess. This bombing is an outrage, is it not?
Stop that, monsieur. Stop holding your breath at once.
Oh my god, he's so stupid.
Has
Thinks
it
he's dead.
occurred to you that
Like,
he may be
not dead?
dead, Moo?
Oui, monsieur. But I prefer to look on the bright side. Besides, I recall a case where the killer escaped by feigning death. However, in this case, the man is quite dead. Clearly,
Oh my God.
the killer knew of his presence and...
How many times have I warned you about premature extrapolation? All we know is that he is dead.
It seemed reasonable to assume...
A great detective assumes nothing. Take McAree, for instance.
But he was a fictitious character, monsieur. Why, he was no more real than Poirot or Tintin.
That's
Hello, Tintin.
different, Moo. They were comedy Belgians. Anyway, it
Pretty
is
talk about
unlikely that
cartoons.
even you will learn much from talking to the dead. Examine the girl and take her statement. if you can.
Okay, see what she says.
Et maintenant, to business.
Oh, I'm getting interviewed now, I think. Yeah. So we're both getting interviewed. So.
Your name, please?
George Stobart. I'm from California.
He's a KamikazeKid.
And what brings you to Paris, Monsieur Stobart?
Travel. I'm touring Europe.
You chose well. The city is most beautiful at this time of year, no?
Yeah, I guess so, apart from the bomb blasts.
Were you in the vicinity of the cafe at the time of the explosion?
Yeah, I was sitting out on the sidewalk. I was lucky I wasn't killed. The inspector passed over my remark with no reaction.
Did you see the deceased
Doesn't care.
enter the cafe?
The guy, yeah. In the intro we did, so may as well just tell
Yes,
the
I
truth.
did.
Was he alone?
Yeah.
And did he say anything to you?
No, he was more interested in the waitress.
Did you see anyone
'Cause
else
he was
in the
straight?
cafe?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a guy dressed as a clown. He was carrying an accordion.
An accordion? Bon, the picture is forming in my mind, and it is not a pretty one. Is the girl all right, Moo?
She'll leave. She confirms the American statement. A clown with an accordion, no doubt an elaborate and eccentric disguise.
Very well.
It is odd.
Eh bien, I have heard enough.
What do you mean?
I am satisfied that you know nothing. You may leave. I hope this little incident does not spoil the rest of your vacation.
What about my personal safety? Can't you at least give me some advice?
What can I say? Stay alert and look out for suspicious characters.
And don't cross the road until the little man shows green.
Great advice.
Oh my god.
I honestly believe you are in no danger, monsieur. Should you remember anything of importance, please contact me. My card.
Thanks.
That is all. You may go.
There's not much to go on, monsieur.
On the surface, no. But what lurks inside the subconscious? If the door can only be opened.
What's he talking
Are
about?
you serious, monsieur? I thought your interest in psychic detection was purely academic.
Academic?
He's a psychic?
You are about to witness a scientific breakthrough.
Oh my god. Who's this girl? Let's talk to her. Maybe taking pictures.
Excuse me, mademoiselle?
Don't take pictures, I want to talk to you.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Oh, an American by the sound of it.
Yeah, that's right, on holiday in Paris. Some holiday, huh?
You were here when the bomb went off?
Sure was. Sat right out front of the cafe.
Did you notice a middle-aged man, maybe 60, with an hat and overcoat?
I couldn't believe it. She hadn't even asked how I was feeling. Yeah, he went inside just before the bomb
Such rude
exploded.
French people.
You weren't related to him, were you?
Oh no, nothing like that. I am Nicole Collard from La Liberté.
Well, what's that, some kind of nightclub?
No, it is a newspaper.
You're a reporter?
I'm a freelance photojournalist.
Say, you could interview me about the bombing. You know, an eyewitness account. Minutes after the outrage that shook the whole of Paris.
It sounds
You know,
comical.
real-life drama, human
Doesn't it?
interest, that kind of stuff.
I'll just stick to the facts, thank you. Did you see who planted the bomb?
I know it sounds
Clown.
crazy, but he was dressed like a clown.
Oh God, it's him again.
Again? Oh, look. So, here's the first example of us being able to actually customize what we want to do with this game. So, we can ask questions about the clown, the guy who died, herself, or what I can only assume to be the detective. So, let's just ask what we can.
Have you met the clown before?
It's a long story.
I have plenty of time.
I don't.
Okay.
Who's the guy you were supposed to meet?
His name was Planter. I didn't know him,
Planter.
but he called me last night. He said he had a story which would interest me. He asked me to meet him at the cafe. I guess I'll never know what he wanted to tell me.
Well, not unless you have Rosso's gift for psychic interrogation.
So Rosso's... Did the detective tell us his name? Or is this just like a bad example of an old game skipping detail? I honestly can't remember. Unless maybe we read a badge or something. It was like, okay, his name is Rosso. More about the clown.
Why won't you tell me about this clown?
Why do you want to get involved?
Because he almost killed me. Isn't that reason enough?
I guess so. Listen, I'll give you my phone number.
Ooh. I'm gonna text
You
you.
help me with my story, and I'll let you in on what I know.
Daily.
And let's get one thing straight right now. This is strictly business.
Okay, it's a deal.
I have to go
Such
develop
a
these
ball
pictures.
buster.
Bien pour monsieur.
Fine, I'll, see you soon.
I had more to ask her. Oh, okay. I guess like you're limited kind of what you want to find out. So we should really ask the things that we want to know the most about first. But I guess them first two things were exactly what I wanted to find out. I wanted to know more about that clown. She knows him more. And this guy who died is called Plantard. So let's just recap real quickly. This detective and his friend is like interrogating the scene, the explosion. We want to find out more about it. We're going to help her when we find her. I don't think we're allowed back in, but I'll try kind of to tell the detective about Plantard.
Excuse me, Sergeant.
You heard the inspector. Go on, monsieur.
I was one of the last people to see the victim alive, Sergeant.
Does that worry you?
Yes, it does. I feel I owe it to him to find his killer.
That is best left to the authorities, monsieur. Did he speak to you? Tell you anything?
No, he just grinned and nodded.
Don't let it trouble you, monsieur. Go home and try to forget.
I know the identity of the dead guy. His name was Plantard.
Is that so? You knew him, did you?
No, but
We'll know everything there is to know about him soon enough.
I'm trying to be helpful here.
He
The
doesn't
best
care.
way you can help us is to go home, monsieur.
Did you find the victim's briefcase yet?
No, sir. The inspector gave me specific instructions to guard this door. Until he countermands these orders or backup arrives, here I stay.
That's fair enough.
I really did see the clown. He ran into the alley across the street.
Did you follow him?
He
That's
ran
your job, not mine.
An
Across
armed
street?
chase through the streets of Paris? That's not our style, monsieur. Inspector Rosso may be unorthodox, but he's not crazy.
How did you and Rosso arrive at the scene of the explosion so quickly? You arrived within minutes. Was it a tip-off?
Inspector Rosso's sources are a perpetual mystery to me, monsieur. There are some who say he has made a pact with the devil.
And what do you think?
I think he is the devil.
What is Rosso doing with that girl?
He is giving her the once-over, as you Americans say.
I don't know what that means.
Once he gets his teeth into a case, nothing will shake him off.
Was he serious about all that psycho-detective stuff?
Of course, Inspector Rosso is a pioneer and a visionary. His revolutionary methods, once perfected, may change the face of law enforcement forever.
I can't see it taking off in L.A.
Okay, I don't think I want to ask him about the paper or the card and the call.
See you later, Sergeant.
So we just go. I do want to search down the alley, but I have a feeling like we should ask this guy first. Maybe he's seen something and then decide what to do based on that. So far, it's a very interesting game. Don't you disagree? Ask some questions now.
Hi, can you spare a few minutes?
I thought you'd been arrested.
No, it was a misunderstanding.
When he pulled that gun, gah! I thought that was it. Those automatics were quite a punch, you know?
He
All
made a
these
mistake.
accents.
He thought I was a terrorist.
You? A terrorist? Ha!
He was only doing his duty, I guess.
Duty! Alright, I guess I'll ask him about Plantard and the clown. That's
Did you
important.
see an old guy with a briefcase?
Wait, silly old coot. Do you know what he said to me? Work fascinates me, he says. I could watch it all day. Quel bit! I could have knocked his block off.
What? You wanted to watch him pick an axe?
Did you recognize the old man?
No. Should I have done? Was he a celebrity?
No, but I guess he is now. His name was Plantar.
Was? He's dead then?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Now I wish I hadn't called him what I did. If only I could turn back the clock. If only I'd been more tolerant.
Regret and remorse are strange emotions. They really bring out the hammiest actors in people.
True. This game's very good with dialogue, in fairness. Or big words. Learn a lot of big words playing this game. Well, that's about the clown.
Did you see a clown come by this way?
A clown? Like in a circus?
Yeah, with makeup and a big red nose.
Huh! Those guys are funny, aren't they?
Not in my experience.
I love the circus, especially the horses.
You haven't answered my question. Have you seen a clown?
You think I've got time to watch everyone who passes by? Some of us have to work for a living.
Look,
He hasn't
I
seen
know
it?
you're busy, but surely you'd have noticed a clown.
I told you already.
He was wearing multicolored baggy trousers. And
He'd be a poor sort of clown if he didn't.
listen,
Say, who?
No, of course not.
I'm just
Do I
skipping
look
through
like a
this.
cop?
I guess, how do you know this guy's a killer? Did you...
Didn't you hear the explosion?
The clown killed the old man?
That's right. Blew him up with a bomb concealed in his squeeze box.
Merde. But why did he go to the
Nerd.
bother of dressing up like a clown?
Who can unravel the tangled logic of a killer's mind? I guess it's
Sounds like a
some
book.
deep-seated psychological need. Or just plain showmanship.
Alright. I guess we'll ask him about the paper.
Would you like to read my newspaper?
Give it a shot.
I haven't got time to read that. Can't you see I'm busy?
You could read it on your lunch break.
10 minutes is all I get. And if my boss had his way, I wouldn't get that. He'd have
Most
me on
bosses
a
hate
drip,
giving time.
so I didn't have to stop to eat.
Oh, take the newspaper and quit complaining.
Alright, he's reading it.
Ah,
Interaction.
look at this. Damn bleeding heart liberals. Tja, save the dolphins. Catch them and eat them, I say. All that fuss over a bunch of fish. Nah, that's more like it. Look at the size of those.
Oh
like
my god, is he talking
champagne
about...
bottle corks, no?
Oh my god, he's talking about a
what's
pair of
this?
tits.
Saladin running in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.
It's a racehorse?
A horse? A legend. Bucephalus reborn, mon ami. Like a streak of lightning she is.
Okay. Racehorses?
Do me a favor, won't you? Keep an eye on my hole. I'm off to put some money
What?
on that nag.
French people have an interesting use of English words. Anyway, he left. So here's an example of using our items up here to interact with to, you know, further our investigation, if you will. So I'm going to see if I can steal shit. Like this box. What did I press? Huh, I don't know.
I found a T-shaped tool in the box. I didn't know what it was, but it looked useful.
Oh, there we go. Got some tools.
The toolbox didn't...
T-shaped tool. Ooh. That looks like it could open something. It's big enough. Nothing here.
The door was securely locked.
Maybe this can open that? See, you can interact like this on items. The little gear stick usually means it's like a tool. It requires a tool to work. Yeah, I think we'll go to the manhole cover where your man went. He went south. So we can't go in here anymore. There's no point in even checking. But we can go this way toward where the clown actually went. The clown supposedly went this way. And I'm half scared. Okay.
There was nothing of interest.
Literally just nothing interesting at all. Check the bins. He's hiding in the bin, is he? Oh, there was just a cat in the bin. And that's what happens. It's just like random things jumping out, etc. I'll check this pipe, see if we can maybe climb the way up
I
the
took a
pipe.
deep breath and prepared to climb the drain pipe. I guess the clown had an escape over the rooftops.
Yeah, and I'd be silly to even suggest that this operates this. Yeah, it's probably this manhole he went down. It's hard to move the mouse sometimes.
I tried to lift the cover with my fingers, but couldn't gain any leverage.
Okay, try it with this.
I lifted the
Ooh,
cover
there we
to
go.
reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer.
May as well go down, see if we can find a clown. Is that his red nose?
As I picked up the plastic ball, I realized it was intended to be worn. It was the clown's red nose.
Sewers are filthy. I'm actually wondering if we go down this way, do we get shot? You know, it's like... Okay, further down. There's more parts of his outfit, I think. Getting over here would have been ideal, perhaps. Or maybe, like, that's where we came in from. And it goes around, or something or other. Pick these up, I guess.
I scooped up the sodden tissue. It was cold and greasy, like breakfast leftovers.
Go away.
I took hold of the scrap of material and unsnagged it from the spike.
Okay, so this clown clearly like took his clothes off on the way there. So as you can see, the red nose, his tissue, and his other stuff. Alright. It's all relevant. We can find the DNA of the clown off this stuff. Maybe we can go back to Moo in a moment to see if we can find out what the story is with it. But go up here, might find more evidence. Who's this guy? Is that the
Hi
clown?
there. Hold it right there, you sewer rat.
Oh my God, that could be the clown.
Back. And now I've got you.
What are you talking about?
What?
You're trespassing. Come out of there, immediately.
That's what I'm trying to do. Give me your hand.
Ha! You won't catch me with tricks like that.
Why did I get killed?
Keep your distance, monsieur.
Okay, okay.
Now, what were you looking for?
Okay, I'm afraid to ask about the clown because it's so scary. Before I answer all this stuff, I'm wondering who this guy is. We seem to be. This might be the inside of that place where that was locked previously with your man, where the pickaxe was. Because that's what it looks like. Like, we'll just ask him for a telephone.
A telephone. I need to make an urgent call.
There is no telephone here. I
There
want
is.
to know what you were doing in the sewer.
Didn't you hear the explosion?
In the sewer? A deadly cocktail of combustible gases and chemicals, most likely.
No, at the cafe. A deadly cocktail of accordion music and villainy. Most definitely.
What? The cafe? Blown up? Mon Dieu! That is awful. Did you say accordion music?
Yeah, that fiend had no mercy. He was disguised as a clown. By the time the bomb went off, he'd run to the sewer and made his escape.
Ah, mon Dieu! Then,
Speaking
the
French.
man I chased, do you think that man and the clown are one and the same?
Well, Yes, it had crossed my mind.
Ah, that still does not explain what you are doing down the sewer. For all I know, you are in league with him.
Oh no, I'm just a tourist.
Most tourists are content with the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, or the Pigalle. I
These
didn't
must be, like,
realize
French
my waste
spots.
pipes were such an attraction.
Okay, so lots to ask him now. I guess showing him them would be irrelevant because that's just, like, he doesn't care about the clown. Just ask him if he heard about
Tell
this
me
here.
about the man you apprehended.
What is there to tell? He was a typical criminal type, just like you.
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't. Who is he?
The man who was killed in the cafe. I'm gonna find the guy responsible. I'll find him. Even if it means following him down every sewer in every city in Europe.
Ah, you need some sensible boots. You won't get far in those stupid sneakers.
Okay.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
Oh, she isn't hurt, is she?
No, she's fine.
Oh, thank heavens.
He loves her, doesn't he?
A girl like her isn't safe with the likes of you roaming the streets.
Oh, he hates me.
Can't you understand? I'm not a gangster. I'm an American tourist.
Ah, that's what you say.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Well, I didn't notice. Now are you going to leave? Or do I have to call the police?
Or maybe we'll ask him about some of the stuff.
Perhaps
the
you'd
call
like
card?
to take a look at my card?
Mm-hmm. What is this? Inspector Augustin Rousseau? What does that say? Hominoid Division?
A homicide. I think the ink's smudged.
Mm-hmm. Then you are not a tourist.
Okay, I'm not. I lied to you. And I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, monsieur. You know, I had a feeling there was something different about you. It is your posture, your poise. Oh yes, there is no mistaking the bearing of a disciplined man. And I should know. I was in the army, you know.
He now thinks I'm a
When
detective.
I was your age, I was fighting for my life in the African desert. How can I help you, Inspector?
Let's start over from the beginning and tell it just like it was.
Alright, so now we get these options again. Which is great. We can ask him about the clown and all and see if he changes his opinion because I'm not a thief.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
He was a mean one, monsieur. He grabbed me in an arm lock, his face suddenly next to mine. His grip was like iron, but he did not know what he was up against. Oh no, he made a big mistake when he took on one of the desert hyenas.
Yes,
This guy loves
yes, I
himself.
get the picture.
Okay.
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
So you don't want to hear about my experiences in the desert?
Oh no, don't.
This country what it is today.
I'm sure you did, but I'm a little short of time.
Okay.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
You can't suspect her, surely.
Just answer the question, please.
Yes, I know her. Quite well, you could say. She
Maybe
came to
tonight,
work at
perhaps?
the cafe 6, 7 months ago. I look forward all week to the relief she gives me when she visits.
Really?
That sounds rotten.
So you'd miss her if she wasn't there?
Oh, mais oui! Who else would I find to
Why, yes.
cut my toenails?
What does that even mean?
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, yes, he was. Clutched in his arms like a baby.
That belonged to his victim.
Oh, what do you think was in it? Drugs? Stolen jewels?
I don't know, but the killer thought it was worth a man's life.
Nothing is worth that, monsieur.
Okay, so clearly that was all we really want to tell him. We don't really want to go through the clown stuff with him. Or do I? Maybe...
Does this piece of material mean anything to you?
Ah, that is the same cloth as the jacket I found. I'd recognize that pattern anywhere.
Okay. Clown jacket?
Now, about the jacket you found. Do you have it here?
No, monsieur. One of the sleeves was badly torn, so I sent it for repair. A pity, because otherwise it was a fine piece of quality tailoring. It had the tailor's name inside on the label.
We can ask the tailor about it, the jacket.
Where did you send the jacket?
I gave it to an itinerant Romani seamstress.
Just my luck.
Was
Was there anything in the jacket pockets?
Not a sou. You know what I think?
Do tell me.
He changed out of the clown suit and cunningly disguised himself as an ordinary person.
Clearly.
Looks like I'm up against a mastermind.
The irony in this game is just, or the sarcasm in this game is unreal. Like.
What was the name on the label?
Ah, it was a foreign name. Todrick, I think.
Did you get the address?
There wasn't one, monsieur. Only a telephone number.
Well, I don't
Perfect.
expect you to remember a phone number you've only seen once.
74 98 08 59.
You're kidding. That's his phone number?
Yes, that's it. A little trick with numbers that I learned in the desert. I was taught the technique by a Tuareg shaman.
That's incredible.
It
Jesus.
comes in handy at the supermarket checkout. Do I get a reward?
Honesty, monsieur, is its own reward.
Then I'm glad I do not rely on honesty to pay the bills.
I think that's all I need. I guess I could
What does
see
this
with
tissue mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur. It's disgusting. What on earth possessed you to show it to me? Someone had emptied their nostrils into it.
It's used.
Take a look at this false nose.
Aha! That looks like a clown's nose to me.
Precisely. He must have dropped it in his panic.
Unless he wanted you to find it.
Why would he want to do that?
To put you off the scent.
That's all I need to ask him, I guess.
I have to be going. Thanks to your help, the citizens of Paris can sleep a little easier tonight.
Vraiment? I was only doing my duty, monsieur. Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon. I'll let you out.
Ah, good man. So we're going out to where the guy with the pickaxe was.
I hope you find your man, Inspector.
So do I.
Okay, now that we got more info about it, we have that number, we can go to Nicole Collard, but before we go to her house or apartment or whatever, let's just go to Inspector Moo and give him the info. The more info we get, the better, to be honest, so let's just see the options we get with him.
Sergeant Moo?
Please go away, monsieur.
I've tracked down the clown's movements, Sergeant.
Is that so, monsieur?
Yeah, there's a man down the street who saw him crawling out of the sewer.
Dressed as a clown?
No, he'd changed into ordinary clothes by then.
So, how did he know it was the clown?
He didn't, but all the clues add up.
Little children can add up, but I wouldn't let them manage my bank account.
He's such a sarcastic pig. Show him the
I
stuff.
found this red nose in the sewer.
What were you doing down there?
Fishing for clues. That's where the clown went.
You still insist you saw a clown, monsieur?
Of course. And this novelty nose proves it.
It will take more than a plastic proboscis to convince Inspector Rousseau.
You don't want this as evidence, then?
True.
Certainly not, monsieur.
I believe this material came from the clown's clothing.
If you are right, monsieur, then the clown must be an Englishman.
Well, how do you figure that?
That's racist.
Only the English would wear a suit made from material like that.
Don't you like the English?
It is not so much a question of liking, rather one of taste. They have none.
Oh my god.
Do you
Okay.
recognize this dirty tissue?
No, monsieur, I do not.
I found it in the sewer.
Perhaps it would be better if you put it back there.
No way! This could be an important clue.
If you say so, monsieur.
That's all I want to ask them.
See you later, Sergeant.
Okay. So far what we got was the clown obviously changed in the sewer, and they're still trying to find out more info in there. So we go to Nicole Collard before we end the episode. Swim across this way. I don't know what my options are. Okay, so I have different options. Let me see. Postal de la Police. I go to the police station. Café de la Chandelier Vert. That's where I am now. Okay. So I have no choice. I can't even go to her house. I can only go to the... Oh. There's a phone here. Maybe use it? Saladin. Call this Todrick guy first.
Hello? Who is this? Hi. My name's George Stobart. You don't know me.
Correct, Mr. Stobart. I don't. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm trying to trace one of your customers. Could I maybe come over and talk to you?
No. No, that's not possible.
Oh, okay.
Trace.
Forget it. Listen, all I want is a name.
What are you talking about? Who are you working for?
I guess you might say I'm acting in the interests of truth and justice.
Ah,
You seem
thank God.
sketchy.
I thought you were the police.
There are innocent lives at stake, Mr. Todrick. Lives that you could save.
You're collecting for charity, yes?
No, I'm not. All I want from you is information.
Go on. I'm listening.
What do you know about the clown who bombed the Café de la Chandelle Vert?
Does he notice?
I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
You're cool, Todrick. But I think you know more than you're saying.
I don't know who you be, but sure I am you don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know if you're saying that to make me think you don't know what I mean, but... Oh, this
This
is
game's
ridiculous.
confusing me.
Quit playing games with me, Todrick.
I tell you, I know nothing about no clown.
Or he won't speak about it for now, so there's no point
Do you
in
know a
even
guy
asking.
called Plantar?
No, I never heard of him.
Alright, just hang up.
Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
I guess we'll just call Nicole Collard, go outside our gaff and call it a day.
Bonjour, Collard.
Oh, hi. It's George Stobart, the American at the cafe.
Ah, oui.
You said to call if I could help.
Have you any news for me?
You bet. I met a witness who spoke to the clown. And I know where the killer gets his suits.
No kidding. Hey, I'm impressed.
You are? Well, it wasn't easy.
Look, why don't you come here to my apartment?
Ooh.
Fine.
So I get to go
Where
on
do
like
you
a
live?
date or something.
361 Rue Jarry.
Okay, I'll come right over.
Okay, we just go outside there and call it a day. And we'll be back to the police station later. Ah, there we go. So Rougerie is available. So we're gonna go up into our apartment now in the next episode. We're gonna find out more about the killer. We're gonna find out more from Sergeant Moo, etc., about where else we can go to try to find them. To my knowledge, what we have to do is basically use all the evidence we have and gather more evidence, find out more about the clown, find out about Plantard, what was in the briefcase, and in turn find out how fucking dangerous that this actual detection gets. So yeah, this has been Broken Sword, episode 1. I hope you guys enjoyed it. A bit different from what I normally play. It is a bit less graphically pleasing because it's such an old game, but at the same time, it's still a classic that I remember from the PS1 days. But anyways, thanks very much for watching, guys. I'll get the next episodes out pretty soon, but for now, like, subscribe, join the tribe, and I'll see you guys at the next one. The Smashables. They're irrelevant for a radio. Wow. Why did I do that?